Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Butler versus Western Michigan college basketball matchup on Monday, November 11th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Just go to Pickdawgz.com, click on the premium picks tab. I've also got a link directly below this video in the description. Prices start at just $15, and you can always use that discount code PICK for an additional 15% off. We also have products meant for people that make big bets, people with bigger bankrolls looking for a VIP type service. These packages are custom made for you, and that's why they're the most expensive premium packages that we have. But if that's the type of product you're interested in, just text the number you see on the screen. But let's get to it. Butler taking on Western Michigan, and Butler 1-1 on the season, WMU 0-1. Butler, though, they're 1-1, a little bit different than Western's 0-1, and that is because they lost as a 17-point favorite to Austin Peay, 68-66. In their first game against Missouri State, they were laying 17 in that one as well. They only won by 7. Tad Matta, we've seen him around, right? He coached at Butler originally, then he coached at Xavier for a long time, then he coached at Ohio State, and then he left for health reasons. Coached in a national championship, but at the same time, he has underperformed, and I'm not so sure he would have lasted much longer at Ohio State the way his teams were playing at that particular point. The thing is, here at Butler, we're seeing a lot of those same things that people have been critical of Thad Matta. We see a lot of those same things coming in for them, and this Butler team is definitely already starting to underperform early in the season. Defensively, they've played very, very well. I think, team shooting just over 40% against them. And, from beyond the arc, team shooting less than 29%. So both those well above the national average. But when it comes to Butler's own shooting, that's where the problems begin. And, they're shooting 43.8% from the floor. That's below the national average. And it's not like they've played against North Carolina and Duke, right? I mean, they've played against very reasonable spots here. And, from beyond the arc, they're shooting very, very well, but it hasn't been enough to make up for it because they're, they just have underperformed, overall. And I think that's just the issue here is that, we have a team that's talented that shoots, 81% from the free throw line, which is great for college. In the pros, probably puts you near the bottom, but in college hoops, that's like top 50. Right, so we just always have to keep that in mind. Western Michigan lost a lot of players from last year's team, but they returned some players as well and certainly have some excitement, at least around some of these guys on their team. Strickland and Williams each had 13 in their first game, and Hannah chipped in 10. They have a good base of players, right? At Western, it's kind of like they finally have righted the ship. And meanwhile, while Butler, has a lot of good players, has their top 2 players back, from last year's team, a team that just missed the NCAA tournament. And the reason they missed the NCAA tournament, they closed out the season with 5 consecutive losses. So it's been a bad run here for Butler, really. And, I don't know. McCaffrey had 23 last game. Bizjack had 10. He's the guy that they're really looking at. And Brooks had 13. To be honest, Butler just looks confused to me, and I'm confused by them. I don't feel like laying this big number for the team that really hasn't found their footing. I'm going to take Western Michigan, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.